market is bad, TCS shakes.
For sure.
It was one of the biggest clients. And in the placement cells of various schools, I can see that there's a movement towards the India story. Like Zomato is hiring, Swiggy is hiring. To name any of the fintech like Paytms, Payus of the world, which are like Indian grown-up companies. Renewable sector is also seeing a big jump. Adani is hiring big time as well. So, is the placement scenario moving towards at Bocconi also another business school which you are aware of?
Well, for sure, we are focusing, as I've told you.
Alright, hi everyone, welcome on board. Today we're going to talk about the sensitive topic of placements. Markets are tough right now. People are saying India is crashing. Is India crashing or not? I don't know, but the world economy is going through some kind of recession. Today I've got Alessandro sir with me. Hi sir, welcome on board.
Hi, nice to see you as usual.
Thank you sir, thank you for spending time with us. Really, really humbled to have you on board. By the way sir, the managing director at SDA Bocconi right now is doing amazing stuff. Sir, you're also the president of Indo-Italian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This is really cool. What is it all about?
It's about business between Italy and India, and I can tell you it's not crashing at all.
Yeah?
It's never been in such a high.
Okay, that's a quite positive sentiment. Let's come to the point and talk about placements. How the placement seems right now? I know the placements are going on at SDA Bocconi. I have spent time with a couple of directors of IIMs, placement cell of Excelrai as well. And the vibe across the IIMs and top business school is that it's a bit shaky. Gone are the days when it used to be like day zero placement. Come and join the school, within 2 months internship starts. Like IIM Ahmedabad has got clusters, 1 week clusters, etc. They're doing fairly decent. IIM Lucknow was in news because of some reason, so was IIM Bangalore. But what's your take? How do you feel about the Indian economy and the placements right now?
As I've told you, I feel very highly about the Indian economy, and we know it's growing at least 7%. People say much more. There are sectors that are growing at 20-25%. So for sure, I've seen that many schools have had problems with placement, but I was expecting that. Why? Because the world economy is a bit shaky, and there's a big chunk of the Indian economy that is based on the back office or the research offices of the world economy. So it was very clear that ITs would freeze. And in fact, I told my people 3 months back, I said, hey, be careful, let's get away a little bit from IT and let's focus on these sectors that are the ones that are pulling. And in fact, I must tell you that as of now, we are some 20% above the average package of last year, which if you tell me that the market is shaky, it doesn't go with that. But because India overall is growing, there are a few sectors that have been hit mainly by the world economy, not by India economy.
Great.
And there are some that are just flying.
So lovely. So the first thing is like the dependency of India. We are a services nation, isn't it? So as an Indian, so if US is doing good, we're going to do good. TCS, I used to work for GE. If GE does well, TCS does well. Because I remember at my time, 17% of revenue of TCS comes from GE. So if the market is bad, TCS shakes.
For sure.
It was one of the biggest clients. And in the placement cells of various schools, I can see that there's a movement towards the India story. Like Zomato is hiring, Swiggy is hiring, you name any of the fintech like Paytms, Payus of the world, which are like Indian grown-up companies. Renewable sector is also seeing a big jump. Adani is hiring big time as well. So is the placement scenario moving towards at Bocconi also another business school which you are aware of?
Well, for sure, we are focusing, as I've told you, on sectors that are growing. So infrastructure for sure, D2C for sure. The world is changing. I was reading that Gen Z is buying 2 out of 3 things that they buy is online. That's a huge shift, okay, which has influxes on logistics, on transportation, mobility, and everything. So you have to be smart, and as I always say, in moments of problems lie the opportunities, because if there is a problem, it means that there's something else that is moving fast. Just like it happened, our biggest jump in the average package, we did it when COVID kicked in, which is quite amazing. But when it kicked in, I said, hey, let's think, where should we focus? So what should we do? Same thing we are doing now. So in periods of problems, there are opportunities. You have to be flexible and ready to jump on those opportunities.
Great. So I'm going to ask you a tough question. Being a managing director of the school, you would know it better. Like, I'm a big fan of MBA myself, right? And the ROI at my point of time was really amazing. So I paid my fees to 2.5 lakh rupees. I was working at around 3.2 lakhs average package. I paid 2 lakhs and I get a 9.5 lakh package. General Electric. I was the happiest kid in the block. And I'm a big fan of MBA. Right now, the fees has gone up. It's 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, and including hostel. It's a damage of around 30 lakhs if you count your opportunity cost as well. What's your advice to students who are working at a package of say 3 to 5 lakhs right now, and say average salary of Bocconi is 14.3, NMIMS are somewhere between 15 to 16, and the older IIMs are doing good. SPJain or Bombay is like again on the higher side. Should they quit the job right now and join an MBA program? Is a question.
I say I wouldn't look at the ROI. MBA is much more than ROI. So just for the ROI, we have to see the kind of students, what is getting, what he can get. There are many things, but for sure an MBA helps still. But the value of the MBA is not in the ROI, and especially not at the ROI at placement. The MBA gives you, especially if you come from streams that are not economics, commerce streams, it gives you really a structure of thinking, and that stays with you for all your life.
Yeah.
Especially in that, if in those 2 years you try to along the way apply what they teach to you with life projects and so on. So what you get, I see the change in the students in those 2 years is mind blowing. Sometimes I when I see them at convocation, I say, is he really what was when he entered? They are different persons.
Yeah, the transformation.
So it's personal attitudes, personal everything, and mind structures that you give. So if you want an ROI, then I would like to see the ROI at 1 and 3 years. Then you can have an idea.
That's true. We are like Indian kids, I put like 10 lakh rupees, I want my 10 lakh rupees back in 1 year. That's the definition of ROI in here, because that's how we grew up. It's a developing nation.
I know, but it's changing. It's changing. People are starting to give value to good quality education. With global exposure, with exposure to things like ESG, sustainability, the new AI, and so on. So, course programs that have all these things and experiences for this, students are starting to get value.
Again, so I'm going to ask you a tough question again, since I represent the student community before they're joining a business school, and you represent the student community when they are inside. We met a couple of them outside. So, I personally feel, maybe because of COVID, those 2 years, the student community has been hit because of the lack of discipline. I also went through the same, because there are no schools happening, there are no colleges happening, there's an online unethical means of passing the examinations. And I feel those 2 years it helped me grow as a company for sure, because I was doing YouTube live day in, day out, and had my own schedule. But people who couldn't do that and who were just whiling away time, do you see that thing affecting in students' performance in today's world, who are like COVID graduates?
Yeah, it's a big problem. It's it's a big problem. We have set up psychological support. Students spend 2 years in their housing, on their beds mainly, and very often even with the screen switched off. And so it's very tough. Then suddenly you have to confront yourself with your peers, and come out and speak in front of people, push to get the position and so on. Get a lot of studying, confrontation with the faculty. So it's a big problem, and also the attitude has relaxed really a lot. So attending the class on time, things like this. So
and that's everywhere.
It's everywhere. No, it's everywhere. Even in Europe, I speak with also in Europe they have exactly the same problem. It's not only India. So we made it a little bit difficult. The first 3 months have become a little bit like kindergarten. okay, with specific timing and how you say measures if you don't arrive on time, if you don't do this, if you don't do that. But it sets the new. It's no more COVID time. You have to be back to what it was before. So even I have an example. We have a lot of clubs that work really a lot. Used to work like madness. The first batch post-COVID has been a disaster. So we had to intervene in the activity of the clubs and give deliverables and checks in order to get students back on track to do that. And luckily enough, it's happening. So with a help, support on one side, help and structure of what used to be their activities, they are getting back on track and they are delivering amazing things. I don't know if you have seen our team won in Dubai the Asia Cartier competition and got some now internships in Cartier.
That's so weird. Yeah, I saw that. I saw it. Yeah, that's super. Congrats for that. Great. So, coming back, you're so right about this. So COVID hit. People are not able to come out of their own comfort zones, and now they're struggling. The first 3 months are tough. This is a B school life. I just keep telling them once again, whatever you're doing right now is amazing. B school is a tough life. The first year at even IIMs at SPJain Bombay
has to be.
So I was talking to you in the start. I'll just repeat this for the audience. So the day when I joined SPJain Bombay, and ML Shrikant, the founder, the dean of the school, he came in and he said, if you guys are sleeping for more than 4.5 hours every day, I'm not doing my job well. And that hit us like, what? 4.5 hours? Like, I love my 8 hours beauty sleep. But that hit us hard and that stayed with us. So B school life is tough. Great. So parting thoughts, Alessandro. What's your advice to the students? Times are tough, markets are tough. Great, you're growing at 20%. Still, the placements are going on. I think you're going to go till April, May.
We have our graduate convocation in May, and normally by convocation we finish. We wrap it up. We have just started because students come back from Milan around the 20th of January.
Oh yeah, they go to Milan campus and then they come in. It's slightly delayed as compared to the school. So the placement started in the month of Jan only.
Yeah.
Oh. I think normal other B schools they start from October or as early as August also sometimes.
We've done a few online in October, but otherwise the real placement is now. Yeah.
What's your advice to these 20-21-year-old who are just thinking and getting into the plunge of? Some of them will go to IIMs, some of them will come to SPJain, some of them are going to be your kids at Bocconi.
The better ones.
The better better ones go to. Okay, Bocconi, I'm in Bocconi, but SPJain also. Come on, sir.
No, and that you always say, but it's.
So I was in, side note, I was in Exelrai, Jamshedpur. So I met one of the faculty guys. He's like, you always compare SPJain with Exelrai. Exelrai is way ahead of. I said, sir, I agreed, but SPJain is my school. So
off the camera, we'll speak. I need to talk to you about this also.
Sure. That's amazing. Any parting thoughts to all our students who are listening to us? They are COVID babies. They're joining the B School fraternity right now, going through their CAT SATs of the world.
It's the 2 best years of your lives, of their lives. My suggestion is they just fly, and everybody says that at the end. So it's a time that flies where you get on a platform that is unique. You will never have this platform that allows you to do things and to choose whether you want to do them or not, what you want to do. So study hard because these are the mind structures that you will keep for all your professional life. But at the same time, do a lot of things. And nowadays, business school, for sure, we give the opportunity of doing amazing events, projects, researches, and all sorts of things in India and abroad. And it's an access to top people that you will never have for years to come. And this will be the forming blocks of your professional life. So the more you do in these 2 years, the more fun you will have, the less regrets of having just let them go away, and the more important they will be for all your life.
That's so amazing. So it's going to be there for your life. So do an MBA for an experienced person. Placements are going to happen. And I personally tell them, even if one company is coming on campus, you should be the one who should be getting it. You prepare yourself so bloody hard that even if it's I said I'm a recession baby, 2007, 2009. I know how bad the market was. But I had 5 internships with me.
I say a different thing. Exactly. I say a different thing. Even there are 100 companies that come on campus, find your own one. If you feel that you want that kind of job, go and get it. And that's what we try to teach. I always say we're not a placement agency, okay? Still, we place everybody, but we teach you and we do how to find a job, a good job, a job that matches with your attitudes and with your values. So once you know, go and get it. Go outside instead of waiting here for the competition or other 400 peers. Go and get your job where you want. And that learning is for life, for your second, third job.
And negotiate your salary. Once you got one salary slip, which is like double or triple the amount which you were doing your pre-MBA, then you guys can negotiate on that. Hey, I'm getting this much from this company, and you can do it. But it's all only for the people who really want to do it. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much, Alessandro, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure me talking to you. Boys and girls, drop in the comment section. What do you guys think about the placement this year? Is MBA still relevant in this today's world? Is investing 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs worth it? Or you think you just need placement? What's your thought? कुछ भी हो सकता है, मुझे कमेंट करके बताइए. वीडियो को लाइक पक्का करेगा. And anybody who's joining the SDA Bocconi batch या already MBA कर चुके हो, कमेंट्स के सेक्शन के अंदर बताएंगे कब तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू हो, कैसे तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू हो. See you in the comments. Take care. Bye bye. Thanks.